It seems like people are always discontent with something. That no matter what life gives them, what gifts they have, what things go well, there's always this underlying level of discontentment or not liking where you're at or always wanting more. And obviously this is an ingrained human instinct. This is a part of our nature as human beings. But I wanted to kind of explore this because in a lot of places around the world, life is quote unquote as best as it ever has been in terms of food supply, safety, having a roof over your head, having endless leisure activities. But people always find a way to be discontent with it, to not like it, to not enjoy it, to find a problem with it. And of course, this world isn't perfect, so there's always something that we can see. That's the dichotomy of glass half full, glass half empty. Which one do you see, right? Because you could always look at the good side of things or the bad side of things. But even the people who are the most, positive looking people, I feel like in a lot of the developed world, there's still a reason to grumble about something. There's still a reason that everything is not as good as you want it to be. And I always don't want this channel to become just a complaint channel about how bad things are. And I've ranted against blackpilling before. This channel is more about pointing out problems, but then going, you know what? We can change the situation. We can make it better. Or let's find a way to have gratitude for what we do have, because we do have a lot. And like, I live in America, right? If you live in America, and if you're watching this on a smartphone, you probably have a lot more than what a lot of people had throughout all of history. And that's something to be grateful for. For the most part, you're relatively safe. For the most part, you have access to food. You have access to clean water. You have access to, in some degree, pursue your dreams. You have leisure time. That's pretty crazy to think about. And I started this week, just when I woke up this morning, to take a few minutes and actually think about all the things I'm grateful for. And I realized there's a long list. I have a long list of things to be grateful for. Whether it's my family, whether it's being able to, practice my religion, whether it's, having access to food, or, in recent cases, my health, like the fact that you're healthy, the fact that you can walk around and not feel pain and, eat things and continue to sustain your life. That's pretty crazy. And I think that's something to be grateful for. I think that's something to have gratitude for. There's so many things we take for granted. And, you don't realize it until these things are taken from you or they're threatened. But there's a lot that people on an everyday basis just kind of take for granted and go, you know what? I don't have that thing. I don't have the latest cell phone, gadget, video game, food thingy. So I should feel discontent. I don't have as much as that person. That person has more than me. And in reality, you have so much. You all have so much. And obviously not everyone's going to have equal amount, but I do think to some degree everyone has something to be grateful for. And if you're not identifying those things on a daily basis, you will have no choice but to fall into total discontent, into a status of just being unhappy with the world, because it could always be better. Of course it could always be better, right? Of course it could always be better. But you have to remember, it could also be a lot worse. It could also be a lot worse. So learn to view things as, I get to do X. I know that's the thing people talk about and self-improvement YouTube, but it is true. And I legit thought about this the last week, as there were some things going on in my week that I was like, I wish I could I don't want to do this. I want to skip past this and go, you know what? Each experience in life is unique, and you need the downs to make the ups even better, and for the ups to mean anything, right? If life was all about just pure happiness and pleasure, then we should just install a device in everybody to max out the pleasure points in their brain. But that's not how happiness and pleasure works. It's not just about chemicals. There's something spiritual about experiencing life from beginning, middle to end, and experiencing these ups and downs and understanding them to make your life better and appreciate things and appreciate who you are in this world. And so it's not all about just having everything always pegged and maxed out. But it seems like a lot of people want to get there, because there's a lot of spiritual sickness in society right now. There's a lot of people chasing the wrong things, thinking if they just max out the pleasure points that they will feel better, that they'll finally achieve happiness, they'll finally achieve Zen. When in reality, you can't solve a spiritual sickness by maxing out the pleasure you can get and by avoiding pain. That's not how life works. You got to go to the gym and lift weights, and it's painful sometimes to lift heavy weights, to get the strength to feel better health wise. You got to put in the work at your business or your job to get the money. You have to go run to improve your physical health. You need to avoid foods that taste amazing and feel great for your body to be healthy and in good shape. So this is a part of life. You can't avoid it. So why not just, when these opportunities come up, lean into it and be grateful for it. You're like, you know what? I have to do this sucky thing, but it's okay, because this is an opportunity to improve. This is an opportunity to feel grateful when I'm out the other side of it, when I'm on the other side of that. And having this gratitude through pain and through suffering, not intentionally bringing it on yourself. You don't want to be a self-masochist, but when these opportunities come up and it seems inevitable on your route of life, embracing them, going, you know what, this is going to kind of suck, but that's fine, because I'll look back and realize how strong I got from this sucky moment, from this moment that wasn't as fun. And when you're out the other side enjoying something, it'll be 10 times more worth it. Why do you think all like the richest people in the world, or musicians or actors, all end up depressed and drinking and have a million habits and drug habits? Because, you know, they've at that point have quote unquote everything, but if they're still spiritually deficient, if they still are not satisfied and are still feeling that discontent because everything is not perfect, they're never going to feel happy. They're never going to feel fulfilled. That's why fulfillment can't come from just earthly material goods and things. It comes from, you know, a good spiritual relationship with God. It comes with a good relationship with your family, making other people's lives better, being on a purpose to improve the world or just improve your community, as small as improving the lives of your family. That's really what's going to output the joy for you in your life. And of course, this whole life, we're never going to be able to completely avoid feelings of discontentment. That's always going to be there. But I think you can minimize it in your own life if you just, what I'm trying to do right now is spend multiple times a day just practicing that. And I know it sounds super cheesy. That's why I've avoided it. It's like every self-improvement YouTube channel, oh, you've practiced gratitude, practice gratitude. I was like, this is just kind of one of those cheesy self-help, you know, yoga things. But then I've started doing it and I've realized, like, wow, this does actually improve your mood and your outlook on your day quite a bit. I was shocked how well it worked. And so I'm trying to take as many opportunities to go, you know, when I wake up in the morning, you know, I'm grateful for all these things. It's like, man, I got so much going for me. And then you get in the midday, maybe something good happens, something bad happens. Be grateful for that. You know what? I'm still fine. I'm still good. Or at the end of the day before you go to bed, like, hey, this went my way. This didn't go my way. Right now, my internet isn't working that well and it's pissing me off because I can't upload videos. But you know what? Be gracious, because I couldn't upload a video, but I can come over here and shoot another one. So I'm like, I'm grateful for that I got the opportunity to do that. So try and look on the bright side of things, find the gratitude in things, because a lot of your life output and what you get out of life is what you put in and how you view things. Your attitude matters a lot. Sometimes sucky situations are sucky situations and you can't avoid it. I totally get it. I'm not going to discuss it too much, but I'm in kind of one right now where I have a sucky thing coming up that I don't want to do. But for the betterment of my health and myself, I need to go do it. But, you know, look on the bright side. Look at the ways that this can help you and be gracious for it, even through the pain and suffering. Because why not? What's the other option? Just bitch and not be grateful? Like, which one are you going to be happier through, right? I'm not saying you need to be this person that's constantly looking on the positives when something's negative or being in denial, because that's not a good state to be in. You want to be realistic. But most of the time, it's just going to help you to look on the bright side, be positive, and see the way that you can be grateful for that experience and try and extract from that experience what you can learn from it and what you can take forward into life. It just improves things. And that's what I've been trying to focus on lately. So let me know your thoughts down below. Do you practice gratitude at all throughout your day? Is that something you even do at all? I want to know what your guys' habits are on that. Leave it a comment down below. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe, because I do a ton of videos like this on self-improvement, travel, options in life, all that stuff. I love discussing it. You don't know how good your life can get, and God bless.